All right, so for this unit, one of the main things I learned is that failure is not always a final outcome. In a career, like in many of the jobs I've had, failure definitely happens quite a few times, especially when you're starting out something new. It's like when I'm learning a new skill, if I take on a new responsibility, like getting a promotion, like I was promoted to be a manager position, and obviously came with a lot of learning curves with that, or even trying something outside of my comfort zone can lead to some failure. And it's really easy to see mistakes as proof as something that you're not good enough. But I've always known that failure is a great learning opportunity, and this unit really helps set that in stone as well. You can see it more as like feedback rather than a mistake. And a mistake can show what needs to be changed, what skills need to be developed, or what approach is not working, and can really help you grow. The video that resonated with me the most was the post-it note video that we had to watch for this unit. I like that it I liked it a lot because it showed how something that originally seemed like a failure actually turned out to be something really useful. That glue obviously wasn't strong enough, but they realized it was the perfect one for a post-it note, and we all use post-it notes in almost all of our like day-to-day lives. So pretty cool that something that was a mistake turned out to be like billion-dollar idea basically. That stood out to me because it showed that failure is not always obvious right away. Sometimes an idea or an attempt may not work in the way that like we originally intended, but that does not mean that it has no value. It just might need some to be used differently, be looked at from another angle. This connects to the unit's idea that failure can be reframed as part of learning, growth, and innovation. In my future career, I think this matters because I'm definitely going to make mistakes. I want to go work in public health, and obviously, there comes with a lot of different learning curves. Depending on what job you're going to take, dealing with statistics, talking to people, it gets definitely needs some time to be able to grow and learn which way works best for you. And you might not always get something right the first time. Instead of immediately seeing that as a negative thing, I want to focus more on what I can take from the experience. Some strategies I would like to try are like reframing mistakes. I tend to be sometimes a little negative, but looking at them from another perspective is really important. Practicing self compassion and building stronger support networks, like getting a mentor or having friends at work, anything like that. Reframing mistakes would also help me focus on what I learned instead of only focusing on what went wrong. Self compassion is also important because I know I can be hard on myself, even though I would not talk to a friend that way. Like, I wouldn't tell them that what they did was dumb, but I would tell that to myself, which is not useful. I also think having a support system from coworkers, mentors, friends, or family can make mistakes feel less overwhelming. And I think resiliency is about learning how to recover, adjust, and keep moving forward.